Hi boys and girls, welcome to Read Aloud. So let's recap all the stuff we already started learning so we could read our last page. So we took a sneak peek and then we decided that after reading this section, we decided on a chapter heading, which was what makes a shark different from other fish. And we learned in this section how sharks are different and what ways they are different from other fish, although they are fish. Then we learned in this section that sharks travel great distances in the ocean. And as they travel these distances, they normally migrate to different parts of the ocean or areas of the ocean because they are cold-blooded, so their body could get adapted to the type of temperature based on the season. Now we're going to read another section about sharks. And as we read, we're going to continue to do the same work. We're going to think about what are we learning, what is the author teaching us. We're going to annotate as we read, and then we're going to create another chapter heading for this section. Okay? Are you ready? All right, here we go. Sharks have two kinds of touch that aid them in locating prey. So now we'll learn that sharks have two kinds of touch. Let's read on. One kind is like the sense of touch you have when you feel whether something is hot or cold or rough or smooth. The shark also uses a kind of distant touch. This distant touch allows the shark to sense the vibrations of an object long before it comes into contact with it. The black-tip reef shark pictured here could have tracked the mackerel from as much as 600 feet away by sensing its vibration. Okay, so let's pause here and let's think what we're learning. So let's annotate first, because maybe that will help us a little bit. Let me get my pen, and we're going to annotate the text. All right, so some sharks have two kinds of touch, and that aids them in locating their prey. That means it helps them to locate their prey in this big ocean. One kind is like the sense of touch you have when you feel whether something is hot or cold or rough or smooth. So the author is comparing the shark's sense of touch or kind of touch to the similar touch we have when something is hot or cold. Perhaps a reaction, or sometimes when you put your hand over something hot, you feel it and you know it's hot without actually touching it. Let's read on. The shark also uses this kind of distant touch. So now we're going to learn about a distant touch. And we know distance is like something that's far away, right? This distant touch allows the shark, this touch allows the shark to sense the vibrations of an object long before it comes in contact with it. Okay? So this distant touch allows sharks to sense objects way far, far away in the ocean. How cool is that? The black-tip reef shark, which the author also made a connection to the picture, so I'm going to draw an arrow. I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to draw an arrow to the shark, okay? From this information to the shark, it's showing us something right here. So the black-tip reef shark, pictured here, could have tracked the mackerel as far as 600 feet away by sensing its vibrations. So when you walk or when anything moves, you feel it shake. So sharks have these distant sense of touch. So obviously the mackerel is swimming in the ocean, but it's vibrating in the water as it swims. The shark automatically has this sense of touch to know exactly where the fish or their prey is coming from. Interesting. So let's write about that. We're going to jot down what paragraph 1 just taught us, because this is very important. In paragraph 1, we learned that sharks have a distant sense of touch. So sharks have hundreds of tiny pores in their heads and lower jaws called ampullae of Lorenzini. Okay, Lorenzini was the name of the 17th century scientist who first described them. The shark's ampullae right, pick up the small electrical signals that all living animals give off. The electrical signals guide the shark to its prey at close range. Sharks have the most sensitive electrical organs of any known animal. I feel like that's really important. So let's go back and annotate. Sharks have hundreds of tiny pores. So we're learning that sharks have tiny pores, right? And they have hundreds of them, just not a little bit, but hundreds of tiny pores. In their heads and lower jaws. And this is called ampullae, okay, of Lorenzini. So this is a whole keyword right here. So let me delete that and try again. Ampullae of Lorenzini. The shark's ampullae pick up the small electrical signals. So the shark's ampullae picks up small electrical signals, okay, that all living things give off. So this is like a different type of sense that sharks use as they travel to hunt for their prey in the ocean. The electrical signals guide the shark, okay, to its prey at close range, okay. Sharks have the most sensitive electrical organs of any known animal. Wow, so now we're learning that sharks use their senses to not only catch their prey, but to feel the vibration of different prey in the ocean. And their body is well equipped for this, right? So let's think of a chapter heading that will best suit this section, okay? I'm going to set it up here, and I'm going to give you about a minute to think about it, because this information was really good. And I do have an idea of a good chapter heading, all right? I'll give you about a minute. Go ahead. Think about what we just learned. We learned a lot about the shark's senses and how they locate their prey. We learned that sharks not only have one kind of touch, but they have two kinds of touch. We learned how sharks have, are their bodies equipped in a certain way to help them help them locate their prey. Okay, are you guys ready? So I was thinking that a good title for this section would be A Shark's Secret Senses. How does that sound? Sounds good, right? All right, boys and girls. Now, after we've learned all of this, you're going to get ready to take your exit ticket, okay? But you have to remember information from day 1 on Tuesday, day 2 on Wednesday, and today, okay? After you've either rewatched those videos, or if you remember important information, then go off and take your exit ticket. That's coming up, okay? Have a good day, boys and girls. Bye.